Hello and greetings. Welcome to this podcast. Um, my name is Johnson, and I will be talking about a lot of things in the area of our economy, development, socially, and business wise in our country. Um, so, in this podcast, the discussion we are going to explore the critical socio-economical issues shaping Papua New Guinea and today we are going to talk about a key area that impacts every aspect of life in Papua New Guinea. That's infrastructure. Infrastructure development is the topic that we are going to talk about in this segment. Now, infrastructure is the backbone of our country's economy. From roads to bridges to electricity, internet access, the quality and accessibility of infrastructure can either accelerate a nation's progress or hold it back. And in Papua New Guinea, the state of infrastructure has a significant implications for growth, opportunity, and the quality of life. Now, PNG is a beautiful and resourceful nation, but it faces some unique challenges when it comes to infrastructure development. Geographically, it's a rugged nation with mountainous terrain and thousands of islands, which makes building infrastructure a complicated and costly task. Let's start with something many of us take for granted: roads. In urban centers like Port Moresby, roads are often well maintained, but in rural areas, the situation is quite different. Many communities still rely on dirt roads that become nearly impassable during the rainy seasons. This affects everything from transportation of goods to access to healthcare and education. Without reliable roads, it's incredibly difficult to connect people to essential services or even to one another. Then there's the issues of electricity. While major cities have access to power, many rural areas are still without reliable electricity. And this creates enormous challenges for businesses, students, and households that rely on electricity for daily life. Imagine trying to run a business or study for exams without consistent access to power. It's a barrier that prevents progress. Let's talk about the digital infrastructure. In today's world, access to the internet is crucial for everything from education, healthcare to business, and even government services. Yet PNG still faces major connectivity challenges. While there have been many improvements in recent years, many remote areas lack access to reliable internet, leaving people disconnected from opportunities that could improve their lives. See, without infrastructure that supports modern communications and businesses, PNG's economy remains limited in its ability to grow, innovate, and compete on a global scale. And one more important piece of the puzzle is water and sanitation infrastructure. Access to clean drinking water and proper sanitation is a basic human right. Yet many communities in PNG still faces serious challenges in this area. Poor water system can lead to health problems, which in turn affect productivity and well-being. Improving these systems is essential for improving health outcomes and raising the quality of life across the country. So why does all this matter? It matters because infrastructure development isn't just about roads and buildings. It's about creating opportunities. It's about ensuring that everyone, no matter where they live, has access to resources and services they need to thrive. It's about connecting communities, empowering businesses, and improving lives. And the good news is there are ongoing efforts to address these issues, and the government, along with various development partners, is working to improve infrastructure. But progress is very slow. More investment is needed in infrastructure to create the foundation for a prosperous, equitable, and sustainable future. Infrastructure development is a long-term investment, but it's one that will pay off bringing better access to services, increasing economic activity, and ultimately improving the lives of millions of Papua New Guineans. Now, that wraps up our discussion on infrastructure development in Papua New Guinea. As we've seen, while there are challenges, there are also opportunities to create real change. In our next topic, we will talk about some of the pressing socio-economic issues in Papua New Guinea. And I've selected few pressing items that I wanted to discuss further. And one is the infrastructure development in this country, which we talked about in the previous video. But I like to stress more on these pressing issues in Papua New Guinea, especially number one, poverty, unemployment, education, health, gender inequality, infrastructure development, environment degradation, and corruption. There are 8 topics that we will be exploring and discover more as we take this journey. Thank you for watching.